They told me I was too tall, so they had to adjust things for me to make it a little bit shorter, because I can't touch the mic. Hey, I'm just so pleased and honored to be here. We come here every year. We've got a table from the San Mateo PD, if you all could stand up. And yes, Robert Ross, we're going to include you because you were one of ours. And we've got our downtown officer, Dave Johnson, as part of our HOT team, homeless outreach team. And that's really where we first started working with Envision Shelter Network. Frankly, in the early 2000s, this county decided, as they started their local action plan for ending homelessness, that they were going to be audacious and bold in their goals to truly look at ending homelessness. You know, every 10 years, counties all over the country do this. And they said, no, we want to end homelessness, and we're going to use that as our goal. And there were many different strategies set up under the Board of Supervisors, the county manager, and they brought in all of the folks who truly can impact and touch and work with the homeless every day. And that, of course, included our community-based organizations, 501c3s. And frankly, early on, we had a vision in San Mateo that we could get our chronic homeless, those who had been homeless 15 years or more, living in our streets, living in our rail corridors, living in the gutters. Literally, we had one woman in downtown San Mateo that lived at Drager's in the bushes, and so many years she lived in those bushes, they grew around her. And every day people would call us on this woman because there is no humanity that can fathom a 60-year-old woman living in the bushes as people go and shop at one of our most wonderful high-end stores. And we would get calls every day, and it was our goal to take that woman and the others in downtown San Mateo, and the county said, let's do it. Let's use this as a model, and they brought all their resources, their health department, their public health, St. Vincent's. I can't count enough of them, but at the end of the day, there's really a one big issue here. You cannot end homelessness unless you have what? Homes, shelter, places that are humane with services to put people. And Envision Shelter Network, at that time, the shelter network part of that, stood up as a courageous partner. The money wasn't there. We didn't yet have the Vendome Hotel. The city didn't know quite how we were going to fund it. And they stood up and they said, we will work with you, because if you have the rapport and you've worked with the Veterans Administration and others to truly get these folks off the street, we are going to stand up. We will help you convert this hotel in downtown San Mateo, and the money will somehow follow. And Jack Matthews was our mayor at the time. There's many in here who contributed to that from the county and the cities, but I'm here really to talk about how now Envision Shelter Network, and the merger is exciting because it's really made them stronger and more able to provide and replicate these services, stood up with the city of San Mateo and the county and housed all 16 of the chronic homeless in San Mateo, truly changing lives, truly getting people out of the gutters and into this beautiful Vendome Hotel with the services. Some of them, they now have jobs. There's now a future. They're no longer in our emergency rooms, and this model is being replicated across the county. So I just want to say, without the courageous vision of our county, of our city, but at the end of the day, Envision Shelter Network to take us through and make it happen with the actual homes, we would not have gotten where we are. So I just want to thank you all for making that happen and tell you what an incredible day it was when we broke ground on the Vendome and had the grand opening. My folks hadn't told me that she actually had agreed to come in, because to the very last day we weren't quite sure. And when I saw her and she had taken her first indoor shower in 17 years, I realized we have truly changed lives, and that's what Envision Shelter Network does every single day. And they're a key player in our county and a key player in Santa Clara County, because they understand and embrace the vision and whatever the model is to make it happen. And that's why I'm so pleased to introduce Corey Lyle today. We kind of call her Hooray for Corey, because she is not only one who embraces the vision, one who gets it, but she has the panache and the skills to partner with others, to bring them along, but mostly to be the cheerleader that's needed to fill rooms like this to achieve that goal and make sure that people contribute and support that goal. So a little bit about Correa. She joined as the CEO in January 2011. She spearheaded the merger, which I think many of us in San Mateo County were concerned about, because usually when you spread, you may diffuse your services. We've seen that strengthening, and we're very excited about it, and it's a testament, I think, to her leadership and those around her. Well, they've now become the leading provider of homeless shelters and services across the peninsula and Silicon Valley. Before joining IVSN, she had a long career in high-tech sales and marketing at a variety of private companies, from Oracle to a dot-com startup. And how that's exactly prepared her for working with the homeless is an anthropological study we'll figure out at some point. She's very active in her community. She serves on the boards of 2 nonprofits, the Center for Employment Training and Mercado Global. She is a trusted colleague in social services, an asset to the organization, and most importantly, she both has the vision and she's able to make it happen. I'm pleased and delighted to introduce my good friend and colleague. Hooray for Correa Lyle.